Hey y'all, it's Mandy with Aunt Manny's Creations again. I finally got another Tim Holtz journal finished. I apologize for the delay. I know it's been a while. My father was in the hospital. I was taking care of him. We've had the hurricanes, and I volunteer for the Red Cross, so I've been helping out with that. So finally, I got one finished. So I don't want to bore you with too many things. So I just want to jump right into it. I know these videos can get long because my books are pretty chunky and there's quite a few pages. So anyway, this one, once again, I use the elastic band. I love using these because you have so much room. You can fit so much stuff in there and it's going to hold it. So let's get started. Here is the spine, as usual, is lace. We've got some seam binding. We've got the charms. Got a skeleton key. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. I apologize for the camera. It has autofocus and I can't turn it off. So got a gear, story, watch face, and then a little Tim Holtz clip if you want to clip something on the side as well. The back of it, this is what I use for the whole cover. It's part of the salamander book that I've been using for a lot of my projects. So the whole cover is done that way. Of course, the front is covered up a lot more. Pretty much everything on this cover is a potpourri of everything that's in the book. About 90% of this book is Tim Holtz. I did use some Seven Gypsies, such as the glasses. There's some recollections, and then there's just some miscellaneous things from my stash here and there. But the majority of it's going to be Tim Holtz, the stamping, and most of the pieces in it. So there is a little tag behind the picture on the front cover. Inside the front cover, we've got a burlap pocket. It says memories, who, what, where. And then two tags in there, who, what, where. Over here we've got, you'll find quite a few of these chipboard tags in here because I like the designs on them. So we've got a couple pockets there. And a feather, of course. You'll find feathers throughout because I like to use feathers. You'll usually recognize my junk journals because I use feathers, I use watch faces. There's some signature things that I do. So we've got another tag back here, the Tim Holtz stamp. And a lot of you also know that I like to use a lot of texture, so you're going to find a lot of texture in this book, such as burlap. This pocket here has like a velvety design on it. And there's quite a few of those throughout the book as well. Over here we've got a film strip and a couple of tags. This has vellum on the top. We've got a half page here with a couple of tags there and a velvety tag here. This here is a textured page, but you can write on it. Pocket here. This is a leather tag. And then we've got the little doll pieces. Tim Holtz came out with these doll pieces and I fell in love with them, so you're going to see a lot of those throughout the book. It's like a people-y book. I did use doilies, paper doilies this time for some of the pages. There's two tags in this Tim Holtz auto stamp. We've got a stamped bird, Tim Holtz photo card, and then a paper clip. You'll find paper clips and different clips throughout the book. It doesn't mean that it's there to hold something in place. It's just there for you to move around and use however you need. So I just kind of throw them in here and there. You'll see quite a few throughout the book. And then this is just a photo mat or journaling card, whichever you want to use it as. Here we've got, this is corrugated paper, and you'll find that throughout the book as well. This is a mini journal. I did not put anything in the pages because I figured it's for you to journal. You'll find a lot of mini journals throughout this book, and you can use them. They're good for, like, if you just spent, say you just spent, you know, half a day with your grandkids and you have some photos or you want to journal about it. It's nice to just have, like, this is one day, or however you want. But inside there's a pocket on each cover, and it's all been aged. Everything in the book has been aged. And then another pocket in the back. That's just held in by a belly band. Next page, we've got lace on this pocket. Two cards there. And then we've got an envelope pocket up here with some of the doll pieces and a card inside there. This is one of my muslin pages. I like to use fabric for some of the pages because sometimes you want to pin things, or use a safety pin to pin something in place, and you know, the paper can rip, especially if you have something hanging on the safety pin, etc. And I like to use stick pins a lot and whatnot, so that's what these pages are good for. And you can also write on them. You can use a pen and a gel pen and write on them too, so they kind of have several purposes, but it's also a texture thing as well. So this one's got lace and a doily tuck. I've got two cards in there. Over here we've got a tuck here with a feather, and then a doily tuck with two cards, well, a card and a tag. And this one is a double tag. Got a photo card with a clip. Up here we've got a Tim Holtz safety pin, and then another straight pin, Tim Holtz straight pin with some seam binding. Over here, you'll see a lot of frillies. You'll see a lot of things hanging out of this, like the seam binding, different strings. You'll notice that my pages are sewn, whether it's just the pocket is sewn on or the entire page is sewn. And I don't clip my strings when I sew. I mean, I do obviously, but I don't clip them short because I think it just gives it character, having stuff hanging out here and there. So, but you have the option of cutting those shorter if you want. So anyway, okay, so this one, we've got a postcard tag, and that's held in by a straight pin. Over here, we've got a little pocket on top with a card. 2 for $5 is also a pocket with a little ticket. And another mini journal. It's got a card inside the envelope, 2 pages, and then another card inside the envelope. This is one of my favorite pages. It's the corrugated paper. 2 burlap pockets with 2 oval tags with buttons. Over here we've got a card, and then a tuck with a smaller card. Got a tuck over here with the velvety card, and then a little tag. Doily with a feather tucked in it. Look, a plain page. Can you believe it? Got a pocket there, corner pocket, the large tag, decorated with lace and whatnot. Half page here with 2 cards. Two cards on this side. Got 2 doilies here, 2 pockets. We've got a larger card, and then a matching smaller. Got a belly band here, a large card. And this here is a brown paper bag, and its purpose, my signatures, I don't do a lot of signatures. I have very few signatures, but I have a lot of pages in each signature. So when I put these books together, I tend to leave a lot of space between each signature instead of smashing them together, because as big as they are and chunky as they are, and chunkier they're going to get after you start filling them, if you put them too close together, the pages won't open very far. So I leave a lot of space in here. Well, I kind of figured I would utilize that space at the same time, and I put a brown paper bag in there for you. So if you're in a hurry and you have things you want to journal but you don't have time, and you want to do it later, you can throw whatever you need, airline tickets, receipts, photos, whatnot. Just throw them in the bag for now. And I just threw that clip. Throw them in the bag for now, and you know, there's a clip on it to keep everything from falling out. And then come back later and, you know, take them out and put them in the book wherever, you know, they need to be. So at least we're getting some use out of that space. So over here we've got an envelope with a card inside. And then we've got an envelope pocket with a card. Over here, we've got a paper clip with a photo mat or journaling card. They double. You can use any of these as photo mats or journaling cards. So, and then a little pocket down here. And this is one of the envelopes I've had in my other books. I put an old book page on the salamander. Nothing in there. I figure you fill it with what you'd like. Envelope and tag there. Over here we've got a corner pocket and one of the doll pieces. There's a tuck behind her. And then in the corner pocket, there is a tag and a card. Doily. Over here, I made what I call a people pocket. So I put a family there to make a pocket, and then it's got a little tag inside there. People pockets. I'm going to coin that term. Over here, we've got another clip. Obviously, you can move it. We've got a card with one of the doll pieces and some lace and fabric. And then another mini journaling, with baby and a dog on the front. You've got your envelope in the front with the card, a couple pages, and then your card and envelope in the back. Another half page. And the tuck is actually an envelope with a tag. Smaller card there. Another film strip tuck. Another doily pocket. Large card. Smaller card. Got a little pocket tuck down here with a feather, one of the chipboard tags, and then a larger tag. Another half page, 2 cards. Another, the velvety, I'm not sure if it will pick that up or not. It's velvety. This one here, got a card and tag, 2 cards, whichever you want to use them for. And then a little band pocket up here with one of my watch faces. And then that's also a pocket. Over here we've got a belly band, 3 tags, one is a double tag, and then some vellum on the back of that one. This one I think is Antique Archaeology. Yeah, if you know the show, American Pickers. I live right down the road from them actually, so I've got a lot of their stuff. Got a doily, one of my clear pockets. I love using those. We've got 2 cards in there. Another textured page. This is the other side of that envelope, and it's got a big card inside. It's got lace and a feather, little girl, a gear. Got 2 cards in here. Another little pocket up here with a card. And again, between the signatures is another paper bag. This one's got a Tim Holtz clip and some seam binding. This is just a little tuck and a tag. Here we've got another paper clip, a large card, and a smaller card, and then a little tuck with a little tag. Another envelope. This is one of my favorite pockets. It's got the film strip. Sorry if you can hear the siren, it's the noon whistle. I live in a small town, so we still have the noon whistle that they use for tornadoes and storms and everything else. Anyway, so it's got the film strip, and then I've got a feather in there, and then a tag and a card. Doily. There's another people pocket with a burlap tag. This is a large tag, paper clip, and then another mini journal, the envelope and card, and the pages. Another half page. This is the vellum. Little corner pocket down here with a couple tags. This one also has vellum. This here, we got a flower up here. This is a paper doily tuck with a tag. The other side of the doily, 2 tags, half page, sorry about the focus, I really apologize, but this is better than the other cam, it used to lag. Another chipboard tag, smaller tag, or a smaller card and a larger card. Up here we've got a little pocket, and there's a vellum postcard in there. Little small belly band here that's got 2 cards in it. Doily. This one here we've got a corner pocket, and there's a feather that lines the side of it. And then there's a little baby sitting on top of the corner. We got a card and a tag in there. This has the metal Tim Holtz flower on it. And then a flower envelope with an old tag and a smaller tag. This is the other side of the second envelope. Got a burlap tag. They're both double tagged, so we've got a burlap and a circle. And then we've got the oval and the black stripe. Here we've got a couple of different tucks. One behind the traveler with a smaller tag, and then one behind that. And then we've got a card in the main pocket, and then we've got a film strip, and we've got a card and a tag behind that. The last page, another people pocket. Mom, Dad, and dog. There's a large card in here. And the back cover, similar to the front, there's another burlap pocket. I didn't put anything in this pocket, however, there is a tuck behind the lace, so there is a card behind the lace. And of course I used feathers in the flower. And that's it. And again, the back cover. So, again, I apologize that it took me so long to get this done. I have another one that I'm working on because actually this was twice as big as it is now when I first started, and I realized it was probably way too big. So I cut it in half. So I have a similar one that I'm working on, and I am going to get the videos remade for the Christmas books. I did them with my old cam, and now that I have this one, I want to redo them. So you can see better and it's not lagged. So I'll get those up as soon as possible. This is in my Etsy shop. The link will be in the description. If you have any questions, send me a message here or on Etsy or wherever you need. And I will try and do my best to answer whatever your questions are. And I will try to get the other book out as soon as possible. And again, I apologize for the delay on this one. Just had a lot of things going on. So anyway, I appreciate you watching, and until next time.